sorting and limited recycling systems. Our road network extends approximately 2,110 kilometers. Over that, only majority of it is unpaved. We only have about, I think now 35, 40? 38? We have not made 38 yet because we don't have a road inventory in the city. We don't have a clear road inventory in the city. But we don't have, and majority of the paved roads have outlived the design life. You know, when we design roads, we design them for a specific time. A road is like a person. It must be maintained. Our roads actually have outlived the design life. That's the reason that they have potholes. You patch here, tomorrow another pothole comes. So many roads remain unpaved, contributing to traffic congestion. Here in the Kampala, this is a research that was made by Colas. Colas is one of the companies that KCC wants to use. In Kampala alone, we lose over 240,000 man hours. Minister, you're most welcome. A recent research by Collins, one of the companies that are being used by KCCA, revealed that actually here in Kampala, we lose 240,000 man hours every day. Productive time lost. You drive from Banda and it takes 2 hours to Kampala because of jam. From Jinja, it takes 4 hours. Imagine people in a bus. So we lose 240,000 man hours every day in the jam. And in the monetary terms, they clearly say that we lose 10 trillion every year. Therefore, we must make sure that we work on our roads. It's a big challenge. We lose productive time, and we must, as a matter of fact, address that issue. Sebo, tekyandeseza mukama wange lop, ategere nti ate ngenda kwetaaga ssente nyingi okukola enguudo. We also face serious social infrastructure gaps. Kampala currently has only, I want you to pay attention to this. Kampala has only 79 government-aided primary schools. I want to take keen interest in this. Countries have developed because of human capital development. Here in Uganda, we produce 2.4 million babies every year. But only, according to the Ministry of Education, only 1.88 million commenced primary 1. 7 years down the road, only 740,000 seats for PLE. 1.14 million drop out before completing primary 7. And we pause that we have a clear policy of education that we cannot implement. The policy is very clear. It's the reason that I gave you the number of parishes that we have. We have 101 parishes in the city, but only 50 parishes have government-aided primary schools. I'm talking about government-aided. These schools are not owned by government. Government only owns 23 of the 79 schools. 23. The rest are foundation body schools. Gabasiram, Gabakatulichi. We cannot even develop on their property. We can't. It hurts. Recently, I hosted the former Speaker of Parliament at Luzira SS, and she said, "What is this? The buildings that I left are still the buildings that they are even almost collapsing, because KCCA cannot develop on a title that it does not own." But listen, gentlemen, today KCCA, the land board, sells off land of schools in Kampala. Just a few weeks ago, they were selling off all the Kampala secondary school land. KCCA procures land expensively in the city. Recently, we saw that one acre was going to cost 32 billion. 1 acre of land in the city, but it had valued its own 1 acre at a mere 4 billion. You sell off 4 billion and procure 32 billion. What economic sense is there? What economic sense is there, ladies and gentlemen? The policy is clear that every parish should have a government, not even government aided, should have a government primary school. But it has government aided. We only have 23, if I can remember very well. That must stop. It's the reason that we have a high dropout rate. Minister, that must stop. I am the Lord Mayor. Minister Kukangamu. Anyway, don't get worried. I usually speak like that. Don't get worried. But I'm a good man. The Lord knows. I'm a good man. 51 parishes have no single school. We have parishes bigger than districts. A parish like Mutungo has over 120,000 people. It has no primary school. It has no market. What will the people do? So, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to secondary schools, it's similar. I don't think that we have purely government public schools, purely public schools. We may only have about 6 or 7. The rest are government aided. And the schools that we take as government aided are these high-end schools that we support here in KCCA. The kind of, these big ones, you know. I'm sorry to mention the Nabisunsa, high-end. And that's what we call ours. Imagine. That's what we call ours. Nabisunsa is high-end, it's not for the poor people. Makere College and others are high-end. Our poor people cannot manage, and that's the reason that people are dropping out of school because of lack of infrastructure, and that goes with schools. It is particularly painful that at a time when the city urgently needs more land for public schools and social infrastructure, there are concerns about the sale of school land that should instead be protected for future generations. Health. In the health sector, Kampala currently manages only 8 public health facilities, 2 health center 4s, 4 health center 3s, and 2 health center 2s, which remain overstretched due to the high urban population and increasing healthcare demands. Many of these facilities continue to experience congestion, inadequate equipment, staffing limitations, and pressure on service delivery. When you got places like Kansanga, Kabalagala, which has hosted, it's a community that has hosted refugees, the pressure is too high, too much. We need school infrastructure right there. According to findings by the IGG, Kampala, capital city, has also faced concerns regarding corruption and public accountability. This underscores the urgent need to strengthen transparency, integrity, and efficiency within the city governance. Kampala is home to approximately 52,000 households, each looking for the city for opportunities, dignity, security, and improved services. These challenges are real, but are not beyond our ability to solve. They are a call for better planning, accountable leadership, innovation, professionalism, compassion, and collective responsibility. I firmly believe that through integrity, strategic leadership, partnership, and active citizen participation, we can transform Kampala into a cleaner, organized, inclusive, and productive and sustainable city for all. As Lord Mayor of Kampala, my mission is to build a clean, organized, inclusive, productive, and accountable city that works for all its people. In pursuit of this mission, my administration will convene a broad stakeholders engagement platform to discuss and shape the Kampala we want. I want to appreciate Bishop Chaze. Recently made a conference for the people to discuss the Kampala they want. Unfortunately, the people were from Namasuba and a few from Kampala. How I wish that we have the same here in Kampala. This engagement will be guided by the existing legal and policy framework governing the city, but most importantly, the Kampala Capital City Authority Strategic Plan for financial year 2025-26 to financial year 2029-2030. The future of Kampala cannot be designed by leaders alone. It must be shaped collectively by all stakeholders whose daily work, investment, and sacrifice sustain this city. We shall therefore engage leaders at every level. We shall call the landlords, property owners, business community, Uganda Revenue Authority and other agencies, investment authority, market vendors, street vendors, workers, taxi drivers, taxi owners, boda riders, and their associations, professionals, urban planners, youths, women, civil society, religious leaders, utility service providers, including Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited, and others in that category, Uganda Telecom, MTN, National Water, and every kind of trade. Why? Unfortunately, not because I don't want to stay in one place, but why? Chiri loko nyo kasitula. Chiri professional okusigalawo kangume lopu yakinjigiriza ekyo. Through this inclusive process, we shall discuss practical solutions on urban order, transport, drainage, sanitation, garbage management, youth employment, public markets, informal trades, infrastructure, technology, public safety, and sustainable urban development. The Kampala we want. Why should you work on a road, make it very good, multiple, and tomorrow National Water comes and cuts it, and even fails to reinstate it? Well, oba Montegeera kosa oluguudo luli neat that dalu must stop. I am a person speaking with experience. Over 30 years experience in engineering. I have a master's degree in Master of Science in Engineering. Not just engineering, but Master of Science in Engineering. Master's degree. I have different certificates, different diplomas in construction, diplomas in architecture. I used to lecture at the university when I had just a mere diploma. That means I'm competent in some of these things, particularly designs. I've handled a number of projects, big projects, national projects. When the Pope was coming, I was nominated to spearhead the construction of reconstruction of Namgongo. When the Pope, first citizen of the world, if I should say, I am the one who handled the project and was able to complete it in 3 months, record time. Was the mukubideko mungala? Osaga, chibuka China. So I've worked for quite a number of people. I have lectured at the university for over 11 years. I had a diploma teaching degree students. You can now imagine. Now I have a master's, and it's not just previously attained. Najifuna da myaka ngama jigenda kwenda 20 aba nafuta bankubidde ko mungalo ne tugendera awo. So we want to sit as key stakeholders in Kampala and discuss the Kampala we want. Do you want a Kampala where someone just drops litters anyhow? Do you want a Kampala where anyone trespasses anywhere? Where a tree will be just cut? Where dumping will be normal? Where someone drives one way? Where National Water will come and cut your road without permission? That's not going to happen. And that must be dealt with in that stakeholders engagement. For us, people in Kampala, to discuss the Kampala we want, make resolutions, which resolutions will be adopted by council. But we shall do that guided by the strategic plan. We cannot go away from it. We have a strategic plan that is in operation. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a client's charter in place. We have a contract, a social contract with the people of Kampala on how to handle some of these projects on record time. Our goal is simple: to restore trust. People have no trust in Kampala now. But we want to restore trust by calling these experts and coming out with solutions, practical solutions. Calling the members of parliament, calling those border borders. They know their industry more than you. So why do you debate for them? Why do you discuss for them? Why don't you bring them on board and discuss the Kampala they want, so that you later go and adopt the same in council? I can see many people are contesting as speakers. You know, council is guided by the speaker. So we shall restore trust, strengthen service delivery, promote dignity for all citizens, and create a Kampala that is planned, competitive, environmentally responsible, and economically vibrant. Together, through dialogues, professionalism, integrity, and collective responsibility, we shall build the Kampala we want for this generation and the generation to come. Mwekubireko mu ngalo mugenda kujja mu discussing Kampala gye mwagala. Tulyoke tutwale ebiteeso ebyo mu council. Gono ba speaker toyite council. Yimirira onziremu. Oli angambe mukama wange ngenda giyita. Nga njagala obuyinza. As Lord Councillor, as Lord Mayor, I propose to promote the rule of law, fight impunity, and gradually transform the mindset of all the people living, working, and conducting business in the city. The law shall be applied fairly and consistently without selectivity or discrimination. Today we have a big challenge of impunity. Gamba nogu, you are doing something wrong, you are arrested. Gamba nogu, gamba no. That is not going to happen. That impunity must stop. And through such engagements, we must agree that no abeera nga akwatiddwa nga akola ekikyamu akwatibwe. Abapakinga obubi tujja kutandika ne KCCA. Opakinza bubi, opakinza muddo, tukwate mmotoka yo. Tugikwate. Ne bali abokukuba tegende laba kuteza KCCA. Hawe kuteya director. Kakati atenze. Government we yasazeewo okumenya obuyumba. Nabadde n'akayumba ku kkubo. Kali neat. Mutungo. Newe nakajjeewo nga nzize ndabye KCCA leesa amaanyi. Nenkajjawo abalabo naga olaba ne Lord Mayor jiwa kaki naffe katujjewo bwaffe. Kwa bategedde nti kati waliwo ekizibu. So twagala kutandikira kwawo abeeyita baloopu. Ne loopu yavuga bulungi. Loopu tojja kumpona wano mu kibuga. Njogera ku wange wantajja kungira. This process will begin through the stakeholders engagement that I talked about, and we shall have our goal to build a disciplined, orderly, responsible, and citizen-centered Kampala that works for everyone. As part of my mission to build a cleaner,